Well, if you ask me what will happen in the next 20 years, honestly, I don't know. I do not have much to talk about. But as a pastor, if you ask me what the church will face in the next 20 years, perhaps I can give everyone some of my insights or my crazy thinking. Uh, uh, well, in the next 20 years, I think the age will be more digital, you know. So the church will have to become more digital. We have to use more visual aid. We have to use more modern technology. We have to use more human way so that people will feel that the church is very human, not just from the pulpit, but also through the daily walk. Recently, a lot of people would like to spend the vacation on a cruise. And that's why some people also approach me. They will say, "Hey, Pastor, can we do our next summer camp on a cruise?" So we actually thinking about this and doing some research about this, whether this is feasible. According to my experience and understanding, that if we go as a group, we can hire a conference room so that we can do worship as a Christian group together. We can do some teaching. We can do some sharing, or even we can do some workshops while we are on the cruise. And also we may also make that opportunity to invite other people to come to join us. Let's say there are some people who seldom come to the church, that we can invite them to come for this very special summer camp on cruise. Or we can even invite some of our old members. That means they used to be active member, but for some reason that they seldom come back to the church. But we still can make use of this opportunity to invite and welcome them to once again to join this Christian fellowship. I think this is one of the change I think the church will face in the next 20 years. Of course, we can see that the pastor may have to use more, may have to spend more time on Facebook in order to communicate with more people. And I know that nowadays Facebook is not just for the young people, even more older folks. They know how to go on Facebook as well. So I find that the most famous and popular book on this earth will become the Facebook. So if we know how to make use of these tools as a way to network with our church members, as well as people who do not belong to the church, that will be the way that we can witness Christ in an effective way. So in terms of ministry, I think the church will move into that future. So what is our vision? I think the church always has to remember that we are the church of God. And the salvation of Jesus Christ is the foundation of the church. That will never change. But we have to know about the situation in the future and what is the need of our people in the next 20 years. How to prepare our leaders to accept this kind of change, and how to equip our congregations to live in such a change in the next 20 years. That's very important. As I said in the very beginning, that the church is an ongoing body of Christ. We shouldn't stop or stay in the comfort zone, or we shouldn't stay just in one tradition. And we believe that there are many, many practical ways that we can use and learn so that we can continue to grow and become a missional church of God.